Hey guys, what's going on? Going to do a review of Roger Scott's Stealth Surge Trader again today, just giving you guys more information. I see a lot of people in my communities have been signing up for this, and it's something that I really want to advocate for because it really is a great program. There's really two main programs at the moment that I'm really excited about and that I trade myself personally. One is Nate Bear's Profit Surge Trader. I'll leave a link in the description below. You can check it out right here. This is my full review of Nate, and he recently published his track record for the last year, and it's quite good. It's 80% win rate, which is pretty nice. It's 111 winning trades out of 138 trades. The average return per trade is 7.4%. Remember, that's including the losses, so if you add up all the percentage wins and losses, divide by the number of trades, in this case 138, you get a 7.4% win rate. So this is phenomenal. This is really, really good. And the average length of the trades is about 5 days. You get basically a webinar every Monday at 12 Eastern time, so noon every Monday, and he gives out 3 or 4 trades. So this is what I'm trying to get to today, is the difference between Nate Bear's service and Roger Scott's Wealth Press Stealth Surge Trader service. Kind of similar names, Surge, isn't it? So basically you get a few more trades per week, I'd say 3 or 4 usually, with Nate Bear stuff. And you get a little bit more explanation. You get a live webinar, and you can talk through the trades, and you can ask them questions, and you get all the stuff about the squeeze and everything. So I still highly recommend new traders or even experienced traders join Nate Bear's Profit Surge Trader. I'll leave a link in the description so you can go and join that, because it really is fantastic. It really is. You have to do a little bit of your own risk management, but that's really the case with most of these services. For example, I did UPS the other day with Nate Bear. It moved from here on Monday when he alerted it, and it went up 10% in terms of the options. I took my profits pretty quickly because I know from experience that Nate Bear tends to hit 10 to 20% like base hits over and over and over again. And of course you can see it declined after that, and it's all the way down here today, a week later. So you want to kind of tailor this as best you can. And this is hopefully something that you guys can take on board. If you're maybe not super satisfied with the service, you can start to say, well, if they make 10%, 20% per trade, at least start scaling out at 10%, right? So that's what I did here. And the proof right here, because a lot of people recently have been saying, hey, you're biased, blah, blah, blah. Here is my UPST 10% overnight with Nate Bear's Profit Surge Trader, 197 to 217. Not a huge win, but a base hit, and that's what I want to do over and over again, and it's worked really well for me with all of these services. But I definitely recommend Nate Bear's Profit Surge Trader. So, that being said, there's one thing that's a little bit better, and a little bit better, but it comes at a cost. And if you want to find out what that cost is, I'll share the link in a minute. So Roger Scott Wealth Press Stealth Surge Alerts is a slightly better service than Nate Bear's service, but it costs probably 4 times as much. So you have to be okay with that extra cost. So Nate Bear is only $179 for a year, and it has a 365-day money-back guarantee. Roger Scott from Wealth Press Stealth Surge Alerts is significantly more. Now I can't give you an exact number because what I want you to do is to scroll down on this article, which again will be in the description below, and click Learn More here about Roger Scott's Stealth Alerts. If you click this link, it'll give you an opt-in, and you can opt in there and you'll get given the best deal possible, plus a lot more information about Roger Scott's Stealth Surge Alerts, including the trade track record, as far as I know, which is phenomenal. So it's hard with these services to say which one is best. I get this all the time. Which one's better, Nate Bear or Roger Scott? It's like, well, they both have their pros and cons. Nate Bear is cheaper. He is not quite as transparent as Roger Scott. So Roger Scott is very transparent, and I'll show you that in a minute. But both of the services are phenomenal. And you really should, if you're looking at doing buy-side options alerts, swing trades over like 3 to 5 days, both of these services are phenomenal. I take the trades, as I just showed you. I've showed in previous videos doing the Stealth Surge alerts as well. The reason that I say Roger Scott is probably edging out Nate Bear stuff is his track record is better documented. So I'm not saying that Nate Bear doesn't document his track record, he does, but it's better displayed inside the trading pub or Roger Scott's dashboard here. And you can take the stocks, which are on the left here, or the options that are on the right. And again, I'll leave the link in the description where you can go and get this track record. If you can't get it for whatever reason, I'll leave my email address and I'll give you the track record in full, you know, as it is presented here. So that's something definitely worth checking out. So what do you get with Roger Scott's Stealth Surge alerts? Well, you get 1 to 2 Stealth Surge alerts each week. That's a little bit less than Nate Bear stuff, but it's still pretty good. You know, you get the Stealth Surge alerts trade tracker, which is what I was just showing you, and you get the Stealth Surge alerts masterclass, and you get the Art of Options Mastering the Market bonus video series, and you get the short setups. I've not really looked at this one, but let's look at what else you get in the dashboard here. So I've showed this before in numerous videos. You can see the profit factor, which is what we really care about. It's 2.22 for the stocks, so you're better playing the stocks, but you'll need to have more capital to play the stocks if you want to make significant money, because you can see here that the amount gained is only $15.95. Whereas if you scroll over to the options, it's 133,000. So it's better to play the options. Now, the reason that I'm really loving Roger Scott stuff is the fact that not only are they winning trades, but they're meticulously documented. Again, if you want this documentation, click on the link in the description below. It'll take you to a webinar that he does, but he'll also follow up with some things like this. If he doesn't give you this exact spreadsheet, I'll give it to you. So you can email me at stockalertsreviewed@protonmail.com and I'll give you this particular sheet all the way to the start of the year down here. This is a profitable trading strategy, and a lot of these gurus won't give you profitable trading strategies, and I think this one is worth it. I really do. And the reason I do is I've taken the last 5 to 10 trades and I've made money on them. I haven't lost a single trade. I believe these statistics are true, which just means if you were to take $5,000 positions, you'd have made $60,000 this year, which is phenomenal, with a profit factor of 1.84, which is really, really good, especially considering that these are easy to replicate, and I really like these trades a lot. They're very easy to follow. So if you go to my review, you'll see all of my trades down the bottom here. Go right down here. I've done videos like this one on every single trade I've done. Definitely worth going through. I've put Roger Scott's background in here so you can really figure out who this guy actually is. I have to admit, I was a little bit skeptical, you know, when I first started with Roger Scott. He actually reached out to me because he saw a negative review that I did, and I did a negative review when I hadn't actually taken any of this guy's trades, which is kind of stupid of me. Usually I join the services and do these things. I took information that was on the web, like on the internet, really just ran with it. And I thought this guy was not really who he says he is, but he's better than you think he is. And I would definitely recommend that you read my full review, because it will give you information on who he is, what he does, all the big names that he's worked with. But not just that, the fact that it just basically boils down to the fact that his track record is solid and that you should really check this guy out for sure. So you get 1 to 2 Stealth Surge alerts each week with the Roger Scott Stealth Surge alerts. These are sent to you via text message, but the text message tells you to log into the website. So you have to go to the website and it'll tell you what that trade actually is. Let me show you last week's trade. So if we go to back to dashboard right here, and you guys have probably seen this already if you follow the channel, but for people that are new to this video or this channel, at least look at this. So Stealth Surge alerts right here. Here are the trade alerts. So you guys saw that I traded PayX. I made money on it. This is the first alert that you get. PayX right here. 325 for the option. Actually got a lot lower than that because it dipped. 405 for the close of the option. And this is all you get. This is my main criticism of the service, is you don't get a lot of information about why the trades are happening. I'm hoping to interview Roger Scott more about this, about where these trades are really coming from, so that we can understand the mechanics behind the trades a little bit more. As it stands, these trades work really well. You get a lot of information in the service. You get the art of options, which is a course, especially if you're new to options. I'll just let it load here, where Roger and Matt go through the different trades here. And these, like this one, the simple guide to winning with options, intrinsic value and premium, so you can start to really understand options. I know for a long time I was an option noob for longer than I'm kind of embarrassed to admit that I was really an options noob for a long time. Options volatility, 3 primary pullback strategies, and all on and on it goes. So there's a lot of education in here as well if you're new to options. You can always trade the stock, remember, but there are masterclasses and the Art of Options courses that teach you some of this stuff. Here's a webinar from a few months ago that Roger Scott talks about right here. And remember, guys, I've actually had Roger Scott on the channel, and I'll leave a link in the description to his live stream that I did with him just a few months ago. Definitely check this out. Matt Horton, really good guy, knows his stuff. He talks about a lot of things in his videos as well. So definitely check this out. So you get some education with the Art of Options. You get the masterclass. You get the trade tracker, which is phenomenal. Very few of these gurus actually track their stats as well as Roger Scott is doing here. You get the trade alerts, and Stealth Surge alerts, I guess, is like the home page right here, which is these things right here. So check my links in the description below. I think you'll find them really helpful. Make sure you sign up for Roger Scott's email list, because he will give you the best possible deal and also more information. Things like access to his Telegram channel, which has lots of free information. If you sign up for the link in the description below, you're likely to get at least offered access to this Telegram channel as well, which has a lot of really interesting stuff in it as well. He'll also give you information on his other services, which are also phenomenal. I'm hoping to review those in the future. Hopefully this video is helpful, and I'll talk to you guys soon.